Okay, so we have a pick a card reading. It's a forecast for September 2019. So essentially I'm just going bare minimum at the moment. So we've just got pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. So just go and pick a pile as you want. Essentially just trust your gut and go for it, essentially. Just using supernatural symbol signifactor cards this month, just because I'm lining up other sort of readings to go on. But yeah, here we go. Click on the timestamp below, and yep. Okay, so this is group 1, so this is September 2019 prediction. So basically you guys are starting out with Page of Wands here. So you've just had something like a reawakened. So you've got a desire to go out and try a new thing this month. It looks like with the Alchemist next to it in the Wheel of Fortune is that it's more of like you're becoming a bit more interested into the spiritual or supernatural or paranormal types of things. So something like magical, mystical sort of interest has just piped up for some reason this month. You're just like, oh, this looks interesting. So you want to go out there and you want to just like, not say jump right into the deep end of it, but start doing like researches and things behind that, maybe buying a tarot deck or an oracle deck, just to start out. So you've become really interested and you kind of just want to jump in and see what it says for you. But just so you know, the Alchemist is like, it's that beginning of your magical journey and stuff like that. And with the Wheel of Fortune means that sometimes you'll get messages, sometimes you won't, but you've just got to keep going on and doing it, essentially, because the messages, they will come. It might be a bit confusing at first, but they are there and they will come through. So it's a good little month to venture on to some spiritual stuff. So, and then we've also got something coming up where you've got choices. The fact that you've got the Two of Swords and the Lovers right next to each other, you've got this choice between one thing or the other to do. One is more emotional and the other one is more practical. So you've got decisions coming up, or you could possibly have a relationship or something, but it's mostly with these two together next to each other. It's the choice cards. So you've got decision between two things that you need to focus on and that you need to do. One is like a practical, which makes sense sort of thing, and one is just emotional. Sorry. But right now, I'm getting more of the pull towards taking that practical option, practical choice. So one, like your emotional choice could be like jumping into the spiritual and doing all that, but at the same time, because it's fairly new to you, you need to sort of keep going on into your like practical sort of thing. So not saying you're going out and then debunking all spiritual things or whatever, but just going out there and doing your research between like what is spiritual, what can mediums really do, are psychics real, that sort of stuff. So go in and do like your little researches and stuff into that. So you're just going to try and find your two different paths before you jump fully into doing like spiritual sort of stuff. So you need to learn about like practical sort of like scientific or something like that behind it as well. So you got these two choices to go. So still go and buy yourself that tarot deck, that oracle deck that's screaming out to you, or a handful of crystals, something to cleanse your energy, but also at the same time do your practical sort of stuff as well. Your researches and trying to find out that sort of like a truth behind it, where did it come from, that sort of thing. Sorry. Ugh. And then over here, so with this is you've got the fight, obviously. So later on in the month is there is going to be an issue, an argument, a dispute between a friend, a colleague, someone at work or school, straight off the bat, because the reason I get that is because with the return is like you've got the clock, so you're running by the clock, so it's happening during a work day or a school day or something like that. So there's going to be like some sort of disagreement with someone that you work with or someone that you go to school with or study with, and it's basically that sort of disagreement-y type thing. Sorry. It is coming into action and it is coming in pretty fast, and then you've got, it's all over a secret, essentially. That's what this card is telling me. So someone is, not saying they're gossiping about you or anything like that, but coming up this month is that there is like either someone's talking about you or you're talking about someone behind the back, and it gets back to them, and this is a fight, and this is everything moving into that action sort of phase. So yeah, ending on the unexpected, a change you did not see coming. So it's going to be a change in that friendship as well. So, but yeah, do jump into that little spiritual sort of stuff and do your researches and all that. So that is your September 2019 group 1. And group 2, this is your September 2019 prediction. So I'm just gonna pan through here. Yeah. So starting off the fact that we've got the boatman straight there, and then right next to it is the Six of Swords. So the boatman is normally like your emperor, and that is sorting out your current situations and getting a hang on what's going on with you guys right now. The fact that the Six of Swords is coming on, and that's your journey, your travel, you're getting away, and then you've got your boatman, Six of Swords, and Ace of Cups, and there's like 3 water. So it's a very emotional time, but it's also a time of travel. So this month you could be traveling somewhere close, somewhere far, friend's place, something like that. But there is a journey in this month, and it is required for you to get away and to recharge, essentially. So also with that, and it's a emotional, kind of an emotional time as well for you guys. So the trip, the getaway, it's just essentially just kind of screaming at me is that you guys need to get out of your current situation and step back and reevaluate what is happening right now. So it's something that's causing you like emotional turmoil, really upsetting you guys, but you do need to get out there and just get away from it for a little bit. But yeah, it's that one. And over here, but yeah, you've got that Wheel of Fortune thing coming in, like the other group had the other Wheel of Fortune card, and Judgment. So essentially it just does feel like that you need to get out there, and you need to get away. So you've got the Wheel of Fortune, which is meaning good things can come and go and bad things can come and go. And then because of that travel that you've got there and that emotional thing, I get the feeling that this month isn't like super fantastic for you guys, but it is needed, essentially. So you've got that going away on a trip, getting that Wheel of Fortune, just getting out there, essentially. So it's more of the travel, recharge, getting out there, getting away, essentially. It's all I'm getting in my head right now, is that they're just telling me is that you guys need to get out of your current situation, take that holiday, take that break, recharge, and do what you guys really need to do and sort yourself out emotionally and stuff. And then we'll go over here and we have got 4 elements right next to each other, sort of thing. So you're starting out with your fire, you've got your water, you've got your air, and then you've got your earth. So yeah, it's a recharge situation. because you're going through everything apparently right now. So you got but you've also knowing where you're coming from. So whatever it is that's upset you has like, it's made you super, super mad, like you're angry and everything like that. But then you've also gone through the motion of like freezing off all form of emotion, showing it to others. So you're angry, but you're not showing it, and you kind of need to. And then you've got kind of like wind, which is like the blowing it away and just brushing it away for now. But you kind of need to come back down to earth and focus on it and sort yourself out. So yeah, you've got your four elements going on there. But yeah, you guys are just going through this. It's a shitty month, but at least you've got that travel thing going on there, but you need to. So it's a later part of the month that doesn't feel fantastic. The travel is probably in the earlier sort of first half of the month. But yeah, and there's that. But at the end of it, you've got this. So the end of your month ending on the fairy bee, which means my life is sweet. So that's kind of like a mantra that you guys are going to be needing to tell yourself this month when everything feels like it's just going down and around and not in the places that you want it to go. You need to keep telling yourself that your life is sweet, everything is good, repeating the mantras, manifesting good energies, that sort of thing. But yeah, first half of the month is pretty good, so second half not so much. But yeah, that's you guys, group 2. Okay, September 2019, this is group 3, so I'm just gonna pan through these cards here. So you guys are doing some emotional guarding right now. So you've got your page of cups. Yeah. So you got your page of cups starting out the month there with your 9 of wands, and so you feel like you're going into battle, or you've gone into battle, and you've had to kind of close your emotions off and then like refocus on yourself. So that sun is the re-energizing card that you guys kind of need right now. So I'm not saying that you've been into battle yet, but you're starting out kind of like not a brilliant month, but sort of like a disagreement, feeling like you're going into war with either like, I think it's like a family or friend. But yeah, it's that emotional sort of situation that's coming up. So because this is cups, and then you've got your water in the background there, and then you've got your sun, which is that you resting after this sort of like disagreement or argument, essentially. So not the best start to the month, but it's an interesting sort of like, you know that you need to be kept away from people, or because you feel that you're going to end up saying something that's going to cause more disagreement, so you kind of like cut yourself off. Not purposefully, but yeah. So you're going to focus more on like your financial stability and your spiritual side this month as well. So jump a bit more into your little spiritual stuff, do some tarot readings, manifestation journal or something along those lines. Focus on your finances as well, and record what you're spending your money on, because this month financially is not going to be the greatest, so you just keep a record on what you're spending your money on, how much you're spending, essentially. So yeah, not a perfect month, but yeah, solitary month. So the bubbles is that emotional cleaning, so to cleanse yourself from all the things that have been said or done to you, or that you might have accidentally done to other people. That's what this month is. So focus on yourself, right here. And then you'll find that one friend that you can confide in, sort of thing. Just go hang out. Don't use them as a rand board, essentially, but just go hang out, recharge, retail therapy, or something along those lines. Buy that new little cute dress or shoes or whatever, new manga. So you can go out, do that. But just make sure, don't spend too much, just that one little treat item, just to make the emotions sort of like calm down. Because over here, you've got the gravity of the situation is like you do need to have some you time and some rest time away from what's been happening to you guys this month, because it feels like a battle, but a disagreement, not like actual going to war. But yeah, so the gravity of the situation is kind of like weighed down on you, and that you need a rest with that snooze right there. So it's the coming in and taking time away and resting, and not super fantastic, but yeah, it's there. And ending, it is alright to be alone, little wolf girl. So yeah, it's just confirming that it's a solitary month for you guys. Not much social interaction, but it is kind of needed as well. So yeah. And that is you guys, whoops, September 2019, group 3. Okay, this is group 4, your monthly prediction for September 2019. So, you're starting out on like a little authoritarian type thing with this King of Swords right there. So it's like you're in control of this month, because right next to it you've got your Ten of Cups, it's your happy family, and then over here you've got your balance. So everything is kind of like a really good start to the month for you guys. You are getting ideas on like what you want to do, like just as side projects or hobbies or interests. You're thinking of picking up something new and something that will, bring you joy in your life, but also you need to focus on whether it's going to balance with your normal life. So whether you want to pick up on something spiritual, a little side job, spiritual stuff, you've got to remember to feel balance with your normal life, because some people might appreciate it, some people might not, that sort of thing. And then over there, yeah, that's it. Page of Wands is essentially that. It's the going out and finding that new venture that you want to do, as I was saying before. So, and then you've got the Ten of Cups there again. So it is going to bring you a lot of joy in doing this. So it is a good time to pick up that side thing, even if it's like not spiritual, so to speak, but it could be like picking up a pencil, doing a drawing, picking up a guitar, something interesting, something that brings you joy, something that you're passionate about. So that's the month if you want to pick up a new little hobby or interest. It's a good one to start with. And then over here, yeah, definitely pick up on this new hobby and stuff like that, because it's going to be a good control for you to let out any sort of emotions that you have felt have been directed at you in the past, and it will give you a new sense of power for yourself, a mental sort of balance that you can kind of like control where you sort of like swing to and fro from. So it's just controlling that balance again, as well at the same time, because if you don't, obviously there's going to be a struggle to take up this new venture and do the balance, which is what the swing is well. But it is going to work out, and it's going to be just some time for you guys to like focus on your mental capabilities, essentially. So controlling those emotions, making sure that you don't get too like angry or frustrated, but you do need to pick up this thing that interest or hobby, just to give you guys some new time, something creative. It is kind of like screaming at me that you need to get out there, because your emotions are kind of being bottled up and you need to let them out somehow. So either maybe you've been isolated too long from people, or that sorry, I'm just trying to think. But yeah, it's definitely feeling that you've been bottled up, or the emotions are bottled up, or you've been cut off, essentially, without meaning to be. And it's just been a real struggle for you guys, and you need to pick up a pencil, pick up that guitar, or open those tarot cards and just do something that will help let everything out. So there's that. And you guys are ending on here, a beautiful rat. So take care of yourself, which is essentially just confirming that with the struggle this month that you guys are going to be suffering, that yeah, just remember to take care of yourselves. Drink plenty of water, get enough sleep, that sort of thing. So yeah, that is your group 4. September 2019.